All right, let's dive into a classic moral tale. This one asks a really timeless question. What happens when unchecked power targets the innocent? We're going to break down the quicksand secret and see what it has to say about courage and about consequences. And that's really the core of it, isn't it? Our story is all about this question. It's about what happens when the powerless go up against the powerful, especially when the very system that's supposed to protect you is actually working for the bad guys. So at the very heart of this story, you've got this classic showdown. On one side, there's Jhumki. She's all about compassion, kindness, family. And on the other side, we have Shamsher. He's a guy who truly believes his status gives him the right to take whatever and whoever he wants. It's humility versus arrogance, plain and simple. Okay, let's set the scene. We begin in what seems like a peaceful little village, but there's a dark cloud hanging over it, an oppressive shadow cast by a local tyrant. So, let me introduce you to our heroine, Jhumki. She's really the heart and soul of this village. She's hardworking, lives this quiet, dignified life. Her world revolves around her family and her beloved cow, Pyari, who she calls her second mother. Now remember that detail, because it's going to become tragically important later on. And just like that, Jhumki's peaceful world is shattered by Shamsher. And notice, he doesn't try to charm her or win her over. He corners her. What you see right here, this isn't a request. It's a bone-chilling threat. He's making it crystal clear from the get-go that for him, no is not an option. As you can see, things just spiral out of control with terrifying speed. And get this. When Jhumki's father goes to the landlord, Shamsher's father, to plead for help, he's just blown off. The landlord basically says that because he's their creditor, he has a right to their daughter. It's disgusting. And to punish them for even daring to complain, Shamsher steals their cow. This isn't just about money. It's an act of pure cruelty, designed to break Jhumki's spirit. So just when it seems like all hope is lost, when this system has completely and utterly failed her, a new character shows up, and he introduces the possibility of a totally different world. Jhumki is just devastated after her cow is taken. She flees into the forest to be alone, and there, in her absolute darkest moment, she stumbles across an injured man. She has no idea, but this one chance meeting is about to change everything, because this man, he's Prince Jayant. And what really strikes him isn't just her beauty, it's her wisdom. She tells him not every victory is won by force. With love, we can accomplish the most difficult tasks. I mean, that tells you everything about who she is. A real connection starts to form, and before you know it, he proposes. For Jhumki, you have to understand this is so much more than love. It's a lifeline. It's a potential escape from Shamsher's tyranny. But, of course, Shamsher has been lurking in the shadows this whole time. He's been watching, and he is just consumed by rage and jealousy. He decides right then and there that if he can't have Jhumki, well, no one can. So picture this. Prince Jayant is waiting in the forest for Jhumki, just like they planned. And who shows up instead? Shamsher. He puts on this friendly face and approaches the prince with this incredibly cunning, almost fairy tale-like lie. He spins this wild tale about a mythical talking white deer. It's just so fantastic, so strange that it's designed to pique the prince's curiosity. It's the perfect bait to lure him away from their meeting spot, deep into a dangerous, secluded part of the forest. And their destination is this place, a treacherous quicksand bog. Now, to an outsider, it might just look like a pond, but the locals, they know it's secret. It's a place of no return. And it's the perfect metaphor for the landlord and his son, isn't it? A calm, smiling surface hiding a deadly corruption right underneath. What happens next is just chillingly simple. There's no fight, there's no struggle, just a single cowardly push from behind. And as the prince is sinking, Shamsher actually mocks him, saying, "Whoever comes between me and Jhumki will meet this fate." It's cold, it's calculated, and it seems like all of Jhumki's hopes are buried right there in the mud with the prince. But the villain made one huge, critical mistake. He thought his crime was a secret. He thought he was alone. He wasn't. Remember Jhumki's quiet friend Rachna? She happened to be nearby, just collecting firewood. And hidden by the trees, she saw everything. The lie, the cowardly push, the murder, the whole horrific thing. And this moment right here is where the whole story turns. After collapsing in despair, Jhumki realizes that being silent means letting him win. With her friend's testimony as her proof, she makes this pivotal, unbelievably brave choice. She decides she's going to bypass the corrupt local system and take her story straight to the top, directly to the king himself. So let's get to the final act. Let's see how this one brave stand completely turns the tables and triggers a swift, powerful reckoning. King Bhanu Pratap listens to their incredible story. But what's great is, he doesn't just act on their word alone. He investigates. He's methodical. First, he sends his soldiers to the village, and they confirm the landlord's reign of terror. Then, he goes to the bog himself, and when his own son's body is pulled from that mud, the truth is undeniable. And here it is, the king's final verdict. Look at how he doesn't just blame the killer, but the entire system that enabled him. He sentences all of them to the quicksand. First the landlord for creating this tyranny, then the accomplice for being complicit, and finally Shamsher himself. It's not just punishment, it is stark, poetic justice. But the king doesn't stop there. With the tyrants gone, he dismantles the whole corrupt system by appointing Jhumki's honest father as the new landlord. And what's his very first act? To return all the land that was unjustly seized from the villagers, finally restoring some balance and fairness. And that's really the powerful idea this story leaves us with. Yeah, the villains met a fitting end. But true justice? That wasn't just about their punishment. It was only really achieved when the corrupt system was torn down and what was stolen was returned to the people. It really makes you think, what does real justice look like? Is it just punishing the guilty? Or is it something more? Something like restoring balance and healing the entire community that was harmed?